Yeah, that's a blow, especially for a boy that was feeling my trust. To be chosen to start my first game is always something that the players obviously enjoy. He was playing well. He was adapted to our way of play. It would be good to have him as an option, but it's not possible. So sad news for him. But he will be back, and we will survive without him. And I trust the other people that can play in the same position, like Danny did in the last match, and we still have other players that can do it. And in the top of that, I couldn't be in the game, but I watched on video our youth team playing in the Champions League, and we have also he's 17, but he's a kid with a lot of quality, and I also look forward to bring him to train with us and to try to help his development.
So I think you've answered my follow-up question. You don't think there's any need to concentrate on that area in January based on what you just said?
No, we have a good squad, and I think we have options. Danny Rose is the natural left back. Jan Vertonghen can do it. He did already for the club. He did already for the national team. In the extra emergency, I think even Aurier could give us a hand playing there, and then we have options to the right back. So the squads are to answer to injuries. So we are fine.
It's been a good first 10 days in charge.
Very good. Obviously the results are important, and it's always nice to start and to win. We needed these 2 wins. We needed the points in the Premier League. We needed to kill the situation in the Champions League. Is very important for us. But independent of the results, is also very, very important. My feelings, and day after day, my feelings are better. It's not like you arrive and you have a nice impact, and then you realize that it's not as beautiful as you thought. Yes, is really, really good. I'm very, very happy with what the club is giving me.
Notice listening to you, is the voice struggling a little bit?
Always in pre-season. When I am on a holiday for about 1-2 months without the high volume voice all the time, when I go to pre-season, always happen to me. And this is my pre-season. And I had a long holiday. It was not the normal holiday of a month. It was a holiday of 11 months. So now I'm struggling a little bit, but next week, I gave my voice enough training, and next week I'll be fine.
You won the first 4 games in charge, Chelsea the first time around, Porto, Manchester United. It'd be nice with Bournemouth, and then the big one on Wednesday to equal that record?
It would be nice, but every match is difficult, and that's not about my records. It's about our objectives, and we need points in the Premier League. We were too far. We were 12 points behind Champions League. We were, I think, 6 or something like that. Even from the top 6, we need points, and Bournemouth is a very good team. Eddie Howe doesn't need my words. His work is there. Everybody knows what he's doing in that club for many, many years. A very difficult opponent, not afraid to play with the theoretically stronger teams. Can get a good result against a top team, home or away. The team has a very good model of play, very defined, good tactical culture. They can change system. In fact, you never know the way they are going to play. So a very difficult match, but I think the boys a good feeling. For the first time we had 3 days in between matches because we had 2 and 2. But now finally we have we have these 3 days to recover and to work. Second match at home, I think our people in our stadium they had a mixed feeling on Tuesday, but they hand with a positive feeling. They know the team is there to play, the team is there to make them enjoy, and the team is there to fight for them. So we have to be strong, and we have to give Bournemouth a hard game to beat them. There is no other chance to beat Bournemouth if you don't play very, very well.
Can I ask you about a couple of teenagers, Jose? First of all, Max Taylor made his senior debut last night. Spoken warmly in an article recently about the care you showed him with his health problems.
It was not me, it was everybody at the club. It was a big shock for us at the time. Very sweet kid, fantastic young professional. And when we had news, Eric is not that. Eric is everything is about team. So he understood and is ready for tomorrow.
And you mentioned Eddie Howe. He said it was great that you was back in the Premier League. He called you an unbelievable manager last week. Do you think he's ready to make a step up to a bigger club in Bournemouth?
First of all, I thank for his words, and secondly, I think obviously yes, is what he did. Come to Bournemouth, to the Premier League. Lots of people, probably including myself, we would think that the club would struggle to stay in the division 1 year, 2, 3. It's not just about staying. It's about staying and staying in a solid way and playing good football and competing against the top teams. So Eddie now is not just a manager that occasionally coached in the Premier League. He is a Premier League manager by his own right. So with all the respect to Bournemouth, fantastic club that is also a Premier League club by own right. I think one day Eddie has to go and to go for better.
Jose, Dele Alli, speaking to fans, many have spoken about him and a revival already, just 2 games under you. Is that too early to be talking about him having a revival, but have you been impressed with what you've seen so far?
I think we have to speak with him because it was not me, it was him. You know, I don't play, I don't fight, I don't run. He's doing everything by himself. We just try to give him the right conditions for him to feel well to do that. I have to say, two fantastic performances. He will not be the man of the match every game. He will have some matches where he will not play as well as he did in these 2, but he has to keep a certain base, a certain platform of performance where he's never going below that. So let's put that as a base, and that's the objective. Fantastic player, young, with all the conditions to develop. So I think he bright future, and we just want to help him to reach these levels and to maintain these levels.
Is he one of the players that you identified as getting more out of him? Like from watching Spurs in the lead up to taking the job, was he someone you thought you could get the best back out of him again?
No, it's not just me. I think also you and everybody in the room. We saw Dele conquering the Premier League, arriving from MK Dons and immediately performing, and not just for the club, also for the national team. He had immediately a big impact, and we all know that in the past months was not him. Why? Is not for me to say. Probably a mixture of different factors, including a couple of small injuries, but always disturbed. We know that we need to take care of him. We know that there is still, by the physical point of view, some fragility that can in any moment arrive, but we need to take care of him because he's such an important player for us.
Final one from me. Just this time of year, we've already spoken to you about Emery departing. There's Pellegrini, Quique Sanchez-Flores, who's been under pressure. Also Hasenhüttl at Southampton. Do you think that every week at the moment we could potentially be asking you about another manager? And what's your thoughts on that?
I hope not. And I think you have so many great things to speak about that I don't think we need to speak about eventual people in trouble. We never know when people is in trouble, you know. So I think we should let everybody work until the last day. Everybody to be calm and to give their best until the last day. There is always a last day for everybody. When the last day arrives, then I think it's time to speak about, analyze the situation and speak about possible replacements. But similarities with Ashley, and he can learn how to defend. So yes, I think in the future he can be, but I think in this moment he's not ready to play as a left back.
I'll just ask you, the two other summer signings, Tongi Ndombele and Giovanni Lo Celso. Before your arrival, they were starting matches. Obviously, your first two, they haven't really featured. Have they got to earn your trust?
Not my trust. I think it's not about my trust because they are good players and I know them very, very well. It's not like I didn't know them. I know the qualities they have. I know why the club bought. I know what the club saw in them. So I think good buys. Good decisions. And of course they will play with me. I always think that people that comes from abroad, from different leagues, sometimes they need a little bit of time to adapt to the Premier League, but great potential and more than happy to have them.
Okay, thank you. We're going to take one each now. One from Stanley at the back and from Charlie, just one each. Stanley, please, first at the back.
Joseph, what have you made of Serge Aurier, the few games that has played under you? Obviously, he plays in a position which has been inconsistent. He has been inconsistent in how he played, but what have you made of him? And in addition, Victor Wanyama as well. He has been living in some kind of a limbo. In every transfer season, we hear he's going, but he ends up staying. Where exactly does he fit in your plans?
Serge, I think he has to be very offensive. That's his nature as a player. That's the best qualities he has. So I think he must have the freedom that I'm giving him to go forward because he's where he can hurt opponents. He's where he can break the balance of the defensive teams, and I think he has conditions to evolution. Victor, I know how good Victor is. He is not playing lately. Of course, when you don't play regularly, you lose a little bit of that match condition. He's fit, he's fine. He has no physical problems at all. He's good. But one thing is to be fit, and another thing is match fitness, match intensity, match pace. He needs to play. And in this moment, in this phase, me just arriving and trying to organize the team and trying to get immediately a few good results is difficult to bring to the team a player in this situation. So in the ideal situation was for him to play, and then when he play, I think he will be back to what Victor is, and Victor is a very good player.
Okay, last one from Charlie, then we'll move to the daily papers. Charlie.
Just wondered, Jose, if there have been any players that have surprised you getting to see them up close last week in Charlie?
No, I always told, sometimes people can say, oh, he's not Tottenham coach and he's speaking very well about them. How many years I speak well about Tottenham and the players that I like. I like the squad, I like the players, and I know them. I am in the Premier League now, I don't know, 6 or 7 years in a row, so I know them all very, very well. I'm learning now the younger ones, the ones that I didn't know very, very well. The Parrots, the Skip, Tanganga, the ones that didn't play much in the Premier League are the ones that I'm trying to learn, as well as the kids that are in youth football.